From reading chapter 6 and 7 of the textbook, you now know the internal and external anatomy of insects. You can also describe the three main structures of an insect's body, where the location of their skeleton is, why they need a waxy layer. You can also describe how they breathe and if that is the same or different from other animals. You can also describe how they sense their environment and what structures they use to do so. In Chapter 8, you'll be learning the types of metamorphosis that insects can go through. All insects will metamorphosis or change in form, but there are two main types that insects can go through depending on their species. They can go through either incomplete or complete metamorphosis. Through this chapter, you will learn how those types of metamorphosis are different, which insects do either, and what hormones are involved in telling the insect how to change in form. The hormones, simply put, are what are responsible for helping the insect change in form and also grow. There are two main areas where the insect hormones are produced, either from glands in the brain or glands in their thorax. Glands in the brain will produce two hormones, either PTTH, which is a hormone that communicates with a gland in the thorax, and that gland in the thorax will then produce the hormone ecdysone. Another gland in the brain will produce juvenile hormone, and that hormone will signal the insect's body to either stay in the same developmental stage or move on to the next. For example, if the insect is a juvenile, having low levels of the juvenile hormone in the insect system will then signal the insect to move on to the next stage, which is adult or pupa. In the prosthoracic gland, the hormone ecdysone is produced. Again, that's only produced once that particular gland receives the PTTH hormone from the gland in the brain. But the hormone ecdysone will signal the cells in the body to grow, either by size or multiply by number. And this will trigger the insect's body to develop and molt. To describe the juvenile hormone just a little bit more, it's an important hormone for insects, and it's also an important hormone that many chemical companies have capitalized on, because this hormone, again, will either determine if the insect will grow and develop or stay at the same developmental stage. For example, it will stay a juvenile if there are high levels of the juvenile or JH hormone in the system. This is important for chemical companies that want to control pests, because if they are reproducing this hormone, they can spray it, and an insect will continue to stay at an immature stage and not advance to an adult stage, therefore not being able to reproduce. So in short, this is what you'll be learning in Chapter 8. Thanks for listening.